I'm Vanessa. I'm from Venezuela. I study in the Netherlands. I study chemistry. I came here to Jersey because I have family. I'm going to work a bit. I'm 19 years old, and that's pretty much.
Now, Venezuela is not a happy place at the present time.
No, it's not.
What's gone wrong?
Well, since 20 years ago, a president came in. He promised a lot that he couldn't handle.
Who was that?
Chavez.
Chavez.
Yeah, he tried, well, that's what he said. He wanted a socialism that didn't work at all. It was just a communism. But
was he very popular? I mean, was he?
He was very, very popular.
People expected everything to happen.
And people until now they still love him. They still believe he was a great president because he was really good talking.
Right.
But behind the back, it was terrible. And
is that because he couldn't do it, or was it resistance stopped him doing it?
He wasn't really. He didn't care actually to do it. Yeah, it's about the money always.
Really?
Yeah. He promised a lot, but maybe sometime he did care, but not.
It couldn't have been just him. He must have had a group of people with him.
Oh.
What's happened to all them? Are they still there?
Yeah, they're still there.
They're still trying to be government?
They're still in the government.
Yeah.
The people hasn't changed in 20 years. Really? They're the same. Nothing has changed. It's the PSUV party.
So you've still got a left-wing socialist type of government in name.
They say that, but it's not.
Right.
It's not at all.
And they've obviously lost popularity. The public want them to go.
Yeah. Now, since Chavez died, he asked to vote for our current president, Nicolás Maduro. He's a bus driver. He never finished school. He never go to university. He did nothing with his life. He was just lucky to be in the right moment, in the right place.
From a practical point of view, I know nothing whatsoever about Venezuela. Does everybody speak one language, or are there lots of languages?
No, we speak just one language.
One language.
Yeah.
So that's not a problem. You can talk and everybody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
You can have a legislature and you can speak it all in the same language.
Different accents, but it's mostly the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a native population.
Yeah, we have native people. They live in the forest from, I think, 2 or 3 states from Venezuela. They're not much. They're a little group, but they exist and they're still there.
And they just grow things and...
Yeah, they're based on agriculture,
get on with
fishing.
Their lives. Nobody's interfering with them. They just get on with their lives.
Well, of course, the crisis interferes them as well, because it's all the same for us. But they're still doing their thing.
The future, obviously, at the moment it's chaos.
Yeah.
People are leaving. The economy has collapsed to all intents and purposes. Even though you've got lots of oil, for some reason, what's happened to all the oil revenue? Where's it gone?
They're selling the oil, but the government just takes all the money. They don't give anything. The people are starving, dying. They don't have food.
What
they don't have
medicine. What do you think they do with the money? They obviously sell the money, take the money.
They just put it in the bank accounts.
In somebody else's bank.
For example, Chavez, he left an heritage to their daughters for millions and millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. Like, people are starving. They don't have medicine, and these girls have everything. They could more money than they could spend in all their lives. That cannot be just from being a good president that he wasn't.
I mean, do people talk about does his family own lots of property and inside Venezuela and outside Venezuela, or?
They do. They actually the high government, they have mansions in Venezuela, really good one. They have places outside. Bank accounts in different places.
Before Chavez, what was the government before him?
It was there were 2 presidents. One was Carlos Andrés Pérez, and the other one was Rafael Caldera. The thing with Rafael Caldera is he was the godfather from Chavez, but Chavez tried to take him out of the government, making a military movement, and he went to jail. and then he asked him to take him out, and he did, and he took him out of the power, and he sent him away, and he ran for president.
Chavez's own history. What's his background? What was he?
He was always a military.
He was military.
Yeah.
In the army or something.
Yeah, always.
So before Chavez it was more a military government than a proper government.
They were military, but it was a good government. With Carlos Andrés Pérez, we were great, I believe. I wasn't alive.
Who actually exercises power? Because I know the police, in theory, presumably they control what goes on the streets, or not?
No, actually that's a complicated situation, because you have robbers and you have the police. The police also robs you. Yeah, and also not just that. In the protests, the police kills the students that are protesting. You see the National Guard that are supposed to protect our citizens. They just go to schools or to hospitals. They start throwing gas bombs. They had to evacuate a whole children's hospital because the kids couldn't breathe, because the guard was throwing gas bombs to them. And they have killed a lot of students in the protest right now. Also in 2014, also in 2002. It's just a very, very bad.
I mean, there must be some good cops there. There must be some good.
Yeah, of course they get. There's some from Caracas. They are in a hunger strike because they don't want this. They even stitched their mouth, but they just put them all to jail. And all the persons that come against the government, they just put them to jail, and you don't know anything else about them.
We're sitting outside the Jersey government and the Royal Court just over there. Presumably there's still a court system. People go to jail, presumably?
Yeah, people that shouldn't go to jail. That's it.
And what happens to them in jail?
They get tortured. And I don't know the details because you cannot tell that a lot. But I have heard very bad things. Very bad tortures. It's really bad.
In Cuba, I don't know if you've ever been to Cuba.
No, but I know.
Can you travel to Cuba? Could you go there?
Yeah, you can. All tourists can go to the good part of Cuba, but they do not see the other side.
Because obviously there was a friendship between Chavez and the Castro.
And still, the Cuba government is Maduro is their puppet.
And do they help you or not help you? They just
they're making it worse. Everything our government do is for them. They're just their puppets. Yeah, for the Castros. Yeah.
So you've got other countries around you. Which ones are helpful to you?
Well, right now nothing is really doing anything, but I believe Colombia, Peru, Chile, they have been coming up against our government.
Because you've left the country, so presumably lots of people are leaving Venezuela.
Yeah.
And they go where? Where do they go?
In all over
Wherever
the world.
they can go.
It's amazing. We're all over the world.
Right.
Everywhere you don't imagine they're there, we are.
And what does Donald think? Donald Trump? Does he let you in? Is he not?
Well, I really don't know about that matter, but I know he just put. He came out with some issues for the high functionaries in Venezuela, giving them sanctions. Yeah, giving them a lot of trouble, which I really agree on. I'm happy he did, but I don't know how's the problem with getting in. So, but I know
your family's still there. Do you speak to them regularly?
Yeah, I try to. But it's hard because the internet is bad, the electricity comes and goes.
Who owns the things like television stations, communication? Who owns all that in Venezuela?
Well, for a long period of time, the government ruled everything. All the news and everything was about how good the government is. You could see in your window the protest, how the guards were throwing bombs and shooting to the protestants. And then you turn on the TV and you see Maduro dancing with his wife in the television news. That's all you could see in all the channels. But actually right now, I have heard in the news from Facebook and Twitter that they are not going to do that anymore. They're stopping. They're showing the protest, showing something else, showing the truth. But I don't know how.
From what you say, the country is in a state of collapse. Obviously, it can't continue in a state of collapse. What
Hopefully
do you think
not.
will happen?
Well, this Sunday is going to be an elections.
A national all-country election.
Yeah, but that's elections that the president called because he wants to change our constitution. Yeah.
Britain had an election like that the other day. She thought she'd improve her power, but didn't quite get the results. So perhaps, who knows what.
No, the one before was to say that we don't want these elections are coming. Those a lot of Venezuelans voted. More than 7 million all around the world. It was an historic number, actually. To say that we don't want this.
Can you vote from here?
I did.
Can you?
Yeah, I did.
Right.
We all could. Right. And this Sunday, he wants to run elections because he wants to completely change our constitution, so he can really proclaim himself as a dictator. Completely,
really?
He will ruin anything.
And he's actually said that. He said that's what he wants to do. He's told people that's what he wants to do.
He wants to run anything.
I want total control, he says.
Yeah, he wants to run anything. Everything will be under his power. His word will be everything that we'll do. No one will have any other vote. So that's what he wants to do.
And people will vote for that or not?
No, the opposition are all just telling everyone you cannot vote, don't vote, don't vote. And actually there are some people that are obligated to vote because the government said, if you don't vote, you're fired. You don't have any other job. You are completely banned from all the jobs and you get in a blacklist. But the opposition is telling them, you can vote no. You know what I mean? Not for yes or no. You can just have a zero vote. Yeah.
How many people in the government? How many members of parliament are there?
No, in the parliament is actually from the opposition. The high government is just the Chavistas. Because from the parliament, the people voted, and we didn't vote for those guys. We voted for a change. But the protest actually started because the president wanted to eliminate the parliament. He wanted to have all his power. So people, of course, didn't want that, and they started protesting.
So for an ignorant little boy like me, what countries are on your borders? You've got Colombia.
We have Colombia. We have Guyana.
Guatemala.
No? Guyana. It's hard to say from who is that. It was from Venezuela, but since the government don't care, they just gave it away. Right. So it's a hard situation.
So they got their own separate government. They got a different government.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but it's a weird situation over there. We have Brazil, and we have the Caribbean Sea. Yeah.
So, where could you? I asked you before, where can you get help from? And obviously, nobody's going to. The cavalry are not going to arrive, are they?
No, they just want.
Would Brazil be helpful if you were?
I don't think so. I think, maybe they want to help, but they have also a lot of problems. They're not as bad as us at all, but there's a lot of monopolization and.
Because I suppose all these countries have their own problems, don't they? We'll have,
yeah, that's true, but they were the worst over there.
Oh, really?
Completely, for sure.
Okay. Well, it's an extraordinary story. And it's a terrible situation for you to be in. You're here with your families over there. In Holland, when you're in Holland, are there many people there from Venezuela?
Yeah, there are lots, more than I expected, actually. Really? Yeah.
And you came to be in Holland because you had somebody put you in touch with the university?
Yeah, I had a counselor and she showed me the university. Right. I really liked it, I really liked the program. There were some Venezuelans actually in that university as well. And I said, yeah, why not?
And you're doing chemistry?
Yeah, I'm doing chemistry.
And you don't quite know where that'll take you, but...
I want to work in a lab. Yeah, that's all I want.
Okay. But not in Venezuela?
I would love to go back. That would be my dream, but it's impossible right now.
Will your family be able to leave as well, or will they have to stay there?
I don't know, because my grandparents are already very old and they haven't traveled anymore since a long time ago. It's hard for them to go out, and the money is also a big issue. I don't know if it will be possible. I just hope everything goes better.
That's right. Obviously, you'll have noticed, like with Brexit here, Europe is changing. Britain's moving out. I presume there are alliances between your country and Brazil and Colombia. There are arrangements, are there, so you can travel to those countries at the moment. Is that likely to change? Is that all fairly fixed and stable?
Well, right now I don't know because, after all that is happening, after this change of the constitution, if it happens, I think Venezuela will be kicked out of a lot of partnerships.
Is there a Venezuelan bank in Jersey?
No.
It's not.
No, of course not.
Perhaps you better open one.
I haven't. The Venezuelan banks are just in Venezuela.
Anything else you want to say?
I don't know. I hope this helps people from here to know what is happening because it's a really bad issue. We cannot show more because things that are very regulated. It's very hard to for the information to go out. So
if I was in Caracas in the main square interviewing like this, what would happen?
With your blue eyes, you'll be dead in seconds.
Would I really?
Yes. Sadly,
I did read that in Caracas they have 25,000 murders a year or some such ridiculous figure.
Sorry?
Something like 25,000 murders a year in Caracas. I don't know if that's
I don't
true.
know the exact number because the government hides the real number. But we are in the first place of the most dangerous cities in the world. So you just go there and...
Well, it's something, I suppose. Horrible, isn't it? Well, here we are. This is peaceful Jersey. I just scanned around. So here we are. This is how Venezuela will be one day, I feel sure.
Hopefully.
Okay. Would you ever aspire to be in the government now?
No, I couldn't be. I'm not prepared for that. We need people that are really prepared, lawyers or really educated people. I just want to be part of the change, but in my own way, as a chemist. That could work.
Well, it's very nice talking to you. Thank you very much indeed.